tissues on those hands. Listen close to our special part. There are tissues on those hands beneath them. Thank you.
Go first. All right, this is the story Love You Forever by Robert Munsch, and they have a special part. A mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang,
I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
The baby grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old, and he ran all around the house. He pulled all the books off the shelves. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator, and he took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, "This kid is driving me crazy."
But at nighttime, when that 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang,
I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
The little boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 9 years old, and he never wanted to come in for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath, and when Grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo.
But at nighttime, when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up that 9-year-old boy and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang,
I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
The boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends and he wore strange clothes and he listened to strange music. Sometimes the mother felt like she was in the zoo.
But at night, when the teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up that great big boy and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang,
I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
That teenager grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a grown-up man. He left home and got a house across town.
But sometimes on dark nights, the mother got into her car and drove across town.
If all the lights in her son's house were out, she opened his bedroom window, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. If that great big man was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang,
I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
Well, that mother, she got older. She got older and older and older.
One day she called up her son and said, "You better come see me because I'm very old and sick." So her son came to see her. When he came in the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always." But she couldn't finish because she was too old and sick.
The son went to his mother. He picked her up and rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he sang this song.
I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my mommy will be.
When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs.
Then he went into the room where his very new baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and very slowly rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang,
I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
Well, Mom and others.
This is the principal.
Before you leave, I do want to thank you all. Before we go on to the next part, I want to thank you all for coming. For those of you who I have not met, I am Deborah Estabrook, the principal here. And I had forgotten about that book. And as the teachers were reading, I thought, what a great book to get my granddaughter Meadow. And as it was going on, I said, no, I should give this book to my 31-year-old son, who always threatens to put me in a kayak and push me in the ocean. So I do have this book at home in my cradle of books, and I'm going to get that back out for him and just remind him of a few things here. But thank you for sharing that. And boys and girls, you have done a wonderful job. I know this is a special day for all of us. So thank you again, and I'll turn this back over to our first graders.
We hope you enjoyed our program. Now it's time for you to share some of your success up. Because it is so much fun all year, we would like to say today. Please stay tuned. We'll join you shortly. Thank you.